Geoguessr, a game that I absolutely love playing. Why, you might ask? Is it because I love geography? Is it because I love Google Street View? Is it because I love exploring the world, all through the comfort of my own home? Well, all of those things are true, ladies and gentlemen, but for today's video specifically, it's because I've got sausages and ribs in the fridge waiting to be grilled, and wine and beers waiting to be drunk, and I want to do that at 2 p.m. And right now, it's already 12:15. So let's jump into Geoguessr for today's video, ladies and gentlemen. We're specifically going to be doing some historical related Geoguessr things, as you can see on the screen right behind me right here, starting off from places in history, getting more niche to historic Europe, and then finally all the way to the nichest map of all time with only 4 plays that features great projects or monuments from Europa Universalis 4. So let's get the geoguessing because I want to get the grilling. All right, folks, let's get started with this first map right here, places in history. And of course, apologies for the lack of green screen and the bad lighting. As you can tell, I'm not home. That's why I want to do all that grilling. I'm on a little mini vacation, non-vacation, but the grind doesn't stop. So yeah, places in history, man, sites and monuments that had an impact on national, regional, and global history. A good mix of street view and photospheres. Do you know the history behind the location? So we're even going to do a little bit of learning on this first map right here. So without further ado, let's jump in. And it already it's put us in a region that is you know, I was hoping for some clues, for some flags, for some license plates and stuff like that, but folks, this honestly kind of seems to me, and forgive me if I'm being ignorant right here, but it looks to me like Machu Picchu or something like that, man. All of these, you know, cascading things right here, the towering peaks and stuff like that. But I do gotta say, it does look a lot more vegetative, or whatever you want to call it, a lot more, growth and stuff like that than I would expect in Peru. However, end of the circuit, final del circuito, retorne. Damn, I guess Spanish is easy if you know English, but yeah, not sure if this is Machu Picchu, and obviously we're going to be trying to go for like a perfect score on all of these because I do consider myself a history and geography nerd. Now, you know, I gotta say, I don't know too much about Machu Picchu, man. You know, I haven't seen any like documentaries about it or anything like that, and as you can see, every time we click we move so little. This is because it's been done on foot, this right here. But you know, honestly, I'm gonna take a gamble right here. Now, I do not know where Machu Picchu actually is. That's the problem. I know it's in Peru. It's supposed to be somewhere over here, I'm thinking. Yeah, let me get to exploring and we'll come back. Now, obviously, a lot of places like this, man, wouldn't necessarily be labeled on the map, right? Or maybe it's like something like this. What is Sacsayhuaman? Yeah, maybe it could be labeled. Ah, there we go. So we gotta zoom in like this, and maybe it'll tell me some stuff like that. Yeah, Temple of the Moon or whatever, right? Cara del Inca. So if we do zoom in far enough, we should be able to find it from something like this, right? Because these things are featured right here. But I don't even know in what general area to look at, man. Yeah, just scouring the map right now at a fairly zoomed in level to where we can see these purple, like, I guess, historical or interesting place for tourists and stuff like that. It's, we're fairly zoomed in right here and it's easy to get lost. So, yeah, I don't know. The region I'm sort of going for is, you know, anything, honestly, in between, Lima and Cusco right here, man. I think this is where kinda it should be, but then again, shoot, it could even be down here into the more mountains. Been scouring for quite a while right here, unless it's like named something different in Spanish, man. For all we know, you know, it could be like something like this, Nevado de Otaña, right? But it's, you know, you gotta zoom in even more to reveal even more. There's just so much to look through, man. And it's, yeah, like I said, this is kind of the region I'm focusing on, but for all we know, it could be like, well, it's probably not here, right? This is kind of like more arid. And if we take a look at this, it's pretty lush. You know, unless we find like some sort of, what do you call it? Like some sort of plaque or like info board or something like that. Maybe showcasing a map of the region over here. I don't think we truly have anything to discover from just like walking around in various places. Or for all we know, this isn't Machu Picchu, right? For all we know, it's something like in Mexico or something like that. But I don't know, like way high up in the mountains, and these cascading things, like Machu Picchu is the first thing I'm thinking of, man. It's just like, where is it? I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be somewhere here, but Pichari, is that related to it? Like And I am seeing quite a lot of stuff with like Inca in their name, right? Or Incan this or Incan that, but it's, yeah, I don't know. Like a Saskamarca doesn't Unsuck Pampa. Don't those sound like Incan, right? This is obviously like some Spanish stuff, right? But yeah, and look, more stuff like that, man. More stuff with like Incan names. I don't know. It's just, yeah, I can't find it. Or I'm probably not looking in the right location. All right, well, we spent quite a lot of time on this. I do think it's Machu Picchu, like I said, so I'm obviously, it's good that we know this historic place. The problem is it's not in like a town or whatever, so we can't fight it, but I guess, the first map is widest. So honestly, man, I'm just gonna, split the, distance between Lima and Cusco, but focus on the green. So somewhere near Pichari. Why not? And actually, we weren't that far off. Okay, 4,400 points, 150 kilometers away, and let's see, is it even, look, yeah, Santuario Histórico de Machu Picchu, yeah, we could have found it from this, and from this. Did I even look in this region? It's actually pretty close to Cusco. I think I probably saw this. And this. Yeah, maybe it's, dude, I saw all of this. I literally was here, dude. It's just, I was looking at the purple stuff instead of the green stuff. Yeah, I should have been looking at a part. But yeah, okay, it was Machu Picchu. Moving on to the next one, and this is, okay, Vancouver, easy. Japanese Hall, Vancouver Japanese Language School. So, we're in Vancouver. Alexander Street in Vancouver, to be exact, but what is historic about this place, I wonder? Is it like something maybe negative? Because, it's in Vancouver, a fairly, modern city for world history, if we want to say it like that. But what could have happened right here to make this place historic? And the camera was pointed at Vancouver Japanese Language School. Maybe we'll look it up after the fact and learn what's historic about this place. Okay, let me find Jackson Avenue and Alexander Street in Vancouver. Okay, so I found, by moving around a little bit and finding this, I concluded that we're in, downtown. So that's what made me look in here. And it's actually, we got Japantown right here, which kind of makes sense. So I found Jackson and Alexander. If we go back, we're looking north and we're about to exit onto Jackson. So we're actually right here, kind of. Now, we don't have the Children's World something. So, Japanese Language School. Behind us, we got Hans, right? Yeah, Alexander Street with Jackson Avenue. That's what we're on. So, I'm not seeing like Hans or the Japanese Language School or whatever, but we're right here. We're right here. There we go. Just 6 meters away, ladies and gentlemen. But I actually want to look up why this is important. So this highly significant historic and cultural locale is known for the Vancouver Japanese Language School and Japanese Hall, core of pre-World War II Vancouver's Japantown. Okay, I guess historical for Vancouver. All right, well, not something that niche that I expected to see right here. Let's move on to maybe something. Oh, I know what this is. This is the Hedalstave Church in in Norway, dude. Funnily enough, this one is probably also featured in the monuments for EU4 because it is a monument in EU4. Now, obviously, I know what this is, and I know which country it's in, but just like Machu Picchu, I have no idea where it's at. Okay, how do we even start with this one, man? I mean, okay, so maybe. Okay, Hedal Bygde Museum. Okay, I know that, dude. The tickets, whatever. Where is it though? Maybe we try and exit this and get off to some sort of like main street if we can, and then it tells me, you know, like Oslo, 300 kilometers away or something like that. If we can even exit this, because it just takes me to the cafe right here. Okay, let me try and find that. Otherwise, we're just gonna have to go into the map and probably not find it once again, just like with Machu Picchu. Yeah, it actually doesn't look like you can exit this place, man. Maybe through the parking lot? Oh, okay, cool. We actually did get onto like some sort of a regional road right here. Hedal, there it is. I don't know. We keep going and try and find a sign. Okay, this is promising. E134. I guess that's what we're on. And Rigi. That's a town that we're close to. Okay, let me just look for E134 real quick. Okay, that was actually easy, and I did think it's in sort of this region. So this is the E134. It, I guess, goes from, like, yeah, kind of over here, from, like, this area to, like, Oslo. So anywhere along this road, we could be. Okay, let's try and find Rigi or whatever it was called. Oh, dude. Is that it right there? Yeah, it is. I was literally like zoomed in on here. I just noticed this after I sort of aligned myself with the road and went back in to look. So there is Hedal. There is the Hedal Stave Church. If we go back over here, we're standing literally right in front of it, looking north like this. It's over here. So we're there? No, actually, well, no, that's there. That's like the entrance to it. We're kind of like right here, aren't we? Very nice. 26 meters. Okay, kind of risky, but we did find it. Okay, thanks to the road, I mean, thanks to me knowing, once again, the general vicinity of where it was at. Yeah, I thought it was right here. Another perfect one. So yeah, really, it's Machu Picchu that messed us up. Okay, moving on to the next one right here. We are Massacre of Wounded Knee. Okay, so this is, this immediately sounds to me like something Native American related because, well, yep, but could it be something else? No, we're driving on the right. This is America. Okay, once again, this is just going to be, I think, us moving along the road. Yeah, Wounded Knee Massacre site. Kind of, you know, history is not always fun, ladies and gentlemen. In fact, usually it's not. But Wounded Knee Road, BIA 27. What? You know, the Native American stuff always makes me think of Oklahoma, like right off the bat. This does seem kinda Oklahoma-ish to me, not gonna lie. But we're just gonna have to go along the road here a little bit and just try and find some bigger signs or whatever. This sign right here says Longhorn Road, so that's, you know, kinda Texas-ish as well. But I don't understand what BIA 27 means. It's not like... Could it be like one of these and BIA just, you know, stands for something like that? Black Kettle National Grassland. Okay, it could be in one of the, you know, one of the tribal lands right here. Maybe stands for like, I don't know, but you know, you just zoom in and it just says like 43. It doesn't say like BIA or whatever. So I don't know what that means. But yeah, what I'm thinking of right now is generally here, man. Yeah. Generally right here, but I could be completely off for all we know. Yeah, just looking at some of these other names, man, and oh shoot, dude, this is actually a town. Wounded Knee, population 456. Yeah, we're definitely in in a reservation or whatever like that, but you know, I'm thinking it's somewhere over here, man. It kind of does look Oklahoma-ish, you know, to me and stuff like that. I don't know if we could be in Arizona or New Mexico right here. This is generally more arid. We could be there. We could be like, for example, in Wyoming or whatever, or Montana. It could be in any one of these, man. But yeah, it's just, you know, we're gonna have to find something else because, yeah, looking through all of these reservations is, yeah, gonna take a while. Okay, I've come across this. The Tatanka Lodge Bed and Breakfast, Wounded Knee, and as far as I can tell, that's SD, which means it's South Dakota. So, okay, looking at it like this, we actually got a couple right here. So we got Pine Ridge, Rosebud, Trust Land, something like that, Cheyenne River, Standing Rock, Lake Traversey or Yankton, Crow Creek. So there is actually quite a lot in South Dakota as well. I was hoping this would be the name of a reservation, but it's obviously not. So, you know, at least we've narrowed it down to South Dakota. Now, if we can find something like BIA, You know, something like that. A road. Oh, no, it's not that. Yeah, just finding a road or something like that. Dude, I found it. It's right here. There's Wounded Knee. The way I found it is I actually, I've been heading on this road for a while, and it's almost dead on northwest. So I was just looking around, roads that are in reservations that are dead on northwest, and I was looking at this. And then what I was doing is I was zooming into these roads to try and see if they are BIAs. But it literally doesn't say anything about these roads when you zoom in. Zoomed out, and there it is. So there is Wounded Knee. Wounded Knee Memorial. Yep. Right there. Okay. Going back, it's like right here. We're on the road. If you look north, it's like that. So, yeah, are we... No, we're on the main road. So I think we're like right here, kinda? If we take a look at that... Oh no, we're like right here. There we go, that's where we are. Yep, there we go. 180 meters. Oh no, it's not perfect. I was right the first time. Frick me, dude. That is the... Oh, now I'm sad because we did it dead on find it, dude. But it's 4999. Oh, okay. Well, at least we found it. Good thing we found that sign about South Dakota. Otherwise, I'm going to be honest, I would have guessed Oklahoma. Okay, next round right here, and we're in a stadium? Warsteiner. What? FIFA. Okay, what is this? Okay, so it's in Germany. Okay, I watch enough football. Well, I used to watch a lot more, but I don't recognize this one. Is it the Olympics? It can't be Berlin. Oh wait, is that? I know Stuttgart's green. Huh. Okay, I don't think we can get any info unless we... Elba. What does this say right here? Herzlich Willkommen. Okay, it just says welcome. Huh. I wonder when this was taken. You know, there's still some like World Cup stuff or whatever. No, that's definitely not freaking whoever I said. Let's try and go to here and take a look at these flags. I can't believe we're in a stadium. Why would it put me here? What is this? Huh. If we could read it better, I could probably see what they say, but honestly, I got no way to tell. Damn, this is just like a toss-up, man. I'm gonna be honest, this is just a toss-up. I don't recognize this stadium. But, the fact that there's like no team color seats or whatever. Oh, there it is. Oh, so it is the Olympic Stadium in Berlin. Okay, that's what I was gonna say. The fact that there's no like chairs painted in the colors of a team or whatever makes me think it could be something like a national arena. Okay, I don't know where it is, so I'm just gonna look around through Berlin until I find it. Okay, well, there's Olympia Park, and apparently, yeah, that's the stadium. Damn, it's actually really detailed when you get into it. Okay, let's so if we go back here, and assuming this is accurate, and we're actually looking north, we should be right there. Yes, we are. Excellent, excellent. So yeah, places in history, man. Taking a look at the results right here. Yeah, first one, I mean, we knew where all of these were, right? This one, obviously, Machu Picchu, we knew. Then the second one in Vancouver, I didn't know, but we found it. Third one was, what was third one? The Heddlestave Church, which we knew and found. So this one is, I guess, our best one. Then, what was this called? Wounded Knee, I didn't know about, but we did find it. And then finally, the Olympic Stadium in Berlin, both knew it and found it. So, yeah, that's places in history. Done. Okay, moving on with this next one, Historic Europe. Now, this one should be easier because it narrows it down to just one continent. Historical cities, towns, and villages all over the continent. No photospheres in villages. Okay, well, cities and towns I think I'm pretty good with, but let's see this. Okay. Examining here, so we just need to look at the signs. Okay, that's it. Okay, that means Czech post or whatever it is. So we know we are in the Czech Republic. Now, a tiny little windy town slash village like this actually reminds me of this one place. I don't know exactly where it is. It's like think fairly border-y, and I forgot what it's called. But yeah, I'll go around and look through some more signs and see if we can find some more clues. Yeah, okay. We know we're in the Czech Republic. Okay, well, we got a river name. Tiny river, but we got a name. Too bad I don't understand what any of these mean. Got a little map right here, but it's really of no help. Yeah, just got out of that place trying to move down this road to maybe perhaps find a... Oh, what the hell happened? To find a junction with like a different road or something like that. You know, a sign. Okay, I actually went back to the original place, and I'm looking at this sign right here. This could potentially be the name of the place, but it's like super tiny, man. Yeah, I don't think we're getting any too big clues. This is like probably a super poppin' place, you know, in Czechia. So if you're Czech and you're surprised that I don't know this, I'm sorry, but yeah, I have been to the Czech Republic. I will say that, but I haven't been here. Oh, okay, there we go. So this is what we needed. So this is the closest town. M. Moravka, something like that, on the 445, and then these two are on the 450. So let's try and find the 445 and the 450. They're probably super tiny. Okay, there we go. There's the 445, and there's the 450. So could we be here? 445, 450. Okay, so where do they connect, maybe? Okay, so they actually do connect, like, right here. Okay, I think we're somewhere over here. So if we take a look at this, so Emma Moravka and Vidli are supposed to be the closest ones. So this is probably Emma Moravka, and then Vidli. About the same distance between... Okay, so we're right here, actually. Because there's Vidli, there's that. We got that little river. Yeah, we're actually probably right here, dude. Aren't we? In this little thing. So right now I'm going west, so that would mean I'm going along this, so I should pop up over here. Let's see if that happens. Okay, yeah, we got it. So we're actually like right here, because this right here is the market, and then this right here is like the post office or whatever. Nice! I have no idea what this is, but a very cool spot. Okay, we found it thanks to the roads. Let's move on with the next one right here. So this is interesting. Okay, looks like Italy right off the bat. It's just, you know, the color and the stones of these houses way high up in the hills. You know, you got a nice dressed man right here. Any tourists, though? Any tourists? Okay, these don't look like tourists. Maybe it's not Italy, though. Maybe it's not Italy. La Casa. Is Casa in Italian and Spanish? S. Stefano. Pompeo. Okay, yeah, these are all like Italian names, aren't they? Huh. There's like the seal of the town or the county or whatever it is. This one is going to be annoying to find, though, unless we can get out of here. But even if we do get out of here, dude, I'm not really banking on on finding like any main road leading out of this village. As you can see, this is all messed up too, dude. I'm literally in someone's like front door or whatever. How do we get out of here? Oh, dude, it's busted or something, man. It doesn't even, okay, there we go. We moved now. But this doesn't take me back to the start. Shoot. Okay, I just reloaded it. It fixed itself. Okay, well, just a confirmation that we're in Italy, but, yeah. Oh! Wait! That's, isn't that, like, Florence or whatever? Right? The little red Medici fleur-de-lis? Look at this. Something del territorio... Huh. If only I knew where that was. Okay, right now the closest thing we have to go off of is that, you know, that little Florentine fleur-de-lis or whatever. Damn, that's an old Fiat. It's, like, impossible to like, get out of this town, man. And this is actually done on foot, probably, as well, based on the stuff that we're standing on. Yeah. Sex? Yeah, no matter where you click, it takes you to some, like, weird places where you don't really want to go to, so... Yeah, this one's kind of busted, man. This one's kind of busted, not even gonna lie. I don't even know how to exit this. You know, just based off of how everything looks like and the big-ass hills and it not being that bald, I'm gonna assume we're somewhere over here, if I'm being honest. Yeah, now sort of the border between, freaking Tuscany and whatever this tiny one is called. Yeah, I don't know, though. We also got this, Della Barnoia or something like that. I think it says museum. Museum of the Territory of District Terra della Barnola or Bainoia or something like that, but yeah. And then we got this little Florence flag or whatever it is. At least I know that from... So yeah, that's the municipal square. Your square is not very big, but then again, neither is this little village. And we got Piazza Medicea right here, which could, of course, be for the Medicis. The thing is, isn't there, like, family crest or whatever, the yellow balls? Yeah, this sucks. There's actually no way to exit this village, and once you get to certain locations, it breaks you. Okay, so going off of the little Florentine flag and the Medicea, which I'm gonna assume is for the Medicis, I think we go fairly close to Florence right here. This is, you know, a region I'm gonna say I've kind of visited, although it's not nearly this mountainous over here, man. So maybe something like, I don't know. I guess we do want to keep it in Tuscany, but it's not that hilly or mountainous over here. I don't know. Maybe something like this over here. I don't know. This is probably not a very good guess, and this is not what it's called, but I'm just gonna go like right there because there's simply no way to exit this town, and I can't find any more clues. So, pretty bad guess. Yeah, okay. We're way more south. We're way more south. Santo Stefano di something something. Yeah, we would have never found this, dude. So there is a way to actually exit this town, but it kept trapping me in this. Yeah, because of the foot stuff, we couldn't actually exit onto the road. If we had gotten down to here, we would have definitely found this, or to here, but I just couldn't exit it. Ah, that sucks that it's the second round, but it is what it is. Okay, moving on, zooming right into this that we can't read very well. W's and Z's and stuff with them. This I'm gonna say is Poland. There we go, the Polish mail as well. Just like in round one, the post office is what's, you know, something that's telling us where we are, at least the country. But what town is this? That's what I'm wondering. What town is this? Huh. Definitely not Warsaw, probably. Okay, so I found this, and this actually doesn't mean anything to me. I can't read Polish, but Sandomierskiej, or whatever it says right here, reminds me of the fact that there is a town called Sandomierz, I think, in Poland. So let's try and find that. Or am I just thinking of some guy? Maybe, you know, from EU4, from EU5. Maybe it's not a town. And, you know, I don't expect it to be as big as, you know, like Łódź or whatever, or Stettin right here, but, you know, you'd think you could see it on the map. Yeah, that's where I think we are, if that town does exist, unless I'm making stuff up in my head, man, because, you know, Sandomir or whatever definitely sounds familiar. All right, exited the little historic town area. I'm gonna try and find some clues, you know, outside of the core. Yeah, look, we are there. I was right, it is a town. I just got no idea where it's at. And in fact, it might be on the map right now, and I'm just not seeing it. Okay, I'm literally gonna go through the map and try and find a town. I can't remember where it is, though. Okay, I found it. It's right here. Yeah. There you go. So we're in the... Okay, this is like the historic town, isn't it? So if we go back... it wasn't that difficult to find, I'm not gonna lie. If we go back, we're in front of this little... Well, not so little, actually, a fairly big square with, I guess, like some, I don't know, church or... it doesn't really look like a church, like some thing in the middle, which would be this, right? Yeah. So if we go back, we are looking... If we look directly north, we should be... like right there? No. Right? Because it's, yeah, to the south and behind us. Or maybe we're, like, right there? Okay, nice. 16 meters. Damn, I'm still pissed about that last one, man, that it trapped us into the town. We could have found that one. Not gonna lie, we could have found that one if we just, you know, exited onto the main road or whatever. But there we go. Sandomir's, good thing. There we go. Some little EU4 and EU5 knowledge coming into play. Moving on. Another little cute historic town like this. Let's try and look for, you know, anything that might tell us Could we be in like Czechia or Poland once again? Maybe Slovakia, something like that. Okay, let's just go around and look for any more. I feel like I've been here. No, I haven't been here. No. I guess it all looks the same, kind of. All right. Well, we are in Slovakia. Now, Slovakia doesn't have too many towns, I don't think, like this. And this one actually does look like a fairly big one, and we see some buildings over there. So, if we go back to the start right here, man, we're looking north, and it's oriented sort of like this. I'm just gonna go straight into Bratislava, man, and, if we go, this is the old town, right? So, yeah, are we literally just, like, right on, oh, on this, maybe? Yeah, maybe it's like that. Okay, so we got some sort of thing right here, and then if we take a look, is that? If we go like this, is this in this little circle? And then we got, but no, that doesn't match up. Or does it? Yeah, no, that doesn't match up. We're not there. Or it could straight up just not be Bratislava, but yeah. This can't be that complicated, man. I've sort of exited that little small town area, but as most places in Europe, I just can't find any freaking street signs, dude. If we could just know what street we're on, this would be pretty easy. But then again, what the frick? Where is this hill in Slovakia? I don't think there's a hill like that downtown, unless it's like this. But no, that. Wait, could the flag at the start been bait? Right, I went up at the top, and it was like, yeah, it's right there. Could this be like the Slovakian embassy or something? And this is actually not Slovakia? See, one town that I do know that has a big-ass hill, I think, downtown is actually this one right here in Slovenia, man. So, could we perhaps be in Slovenia, and that's just the Slovakian embassy or something like that? And what the frick? Now I'm so confused, dude. Alright, dude, what was supposed to be one of the simplest ones is turning into one of the most complicated ones. I wasted so much time on this. I just can't find... It's gotta be here. I just don't know where that is. I just don't know where it is. I can't... And it's like, this is probably like the main square or something, but I'm just being stupid for some reason, so... I'm just gonna go like right, I don't know. Yeah, there or something like that. It's probably not there. What the hell is that? What town is that? See, the reason I never considered any other town in Slovakia, man, is because there was a big-ass skyscraper outside of that little historic town, and I just didn't think, Slovakia would have a big-ass skyscraper not in the capital, to be honest. Yeah, and that's like the big-ass hill right next to us, probably, right here. Damn, okay, that's on me. I never considered it could be any other town in Slovakia. Moving on, very nice. Very, very cute little town. What is this? Oh, this is just England or Ireland, I'm guessing. Okay. Okay, so yeah, we got of Ludlow right here and Ludlow phones over there. So this is Ludlow. Where is Ludlow? That's what I'm wondering. Okay, we got Greg's, we got everything. Yeah, it's just it's Ludlow, but there's probably something specific about this architecture right here that can be found somewhere. I do know a couple of these little villages and small towns and these like like vacation, or not really vacation, I guess, but little towns and areas in the UK to visit. So yeah, I don't know where Ludlow is, so I'm gonna try and... Okay, Kidderminster, Bridge North. Okay, so yeah, okay, we just gotta find these roads then. Now, I know these guys from when I used to, I know a football team like this, but I have no idea where they are. Okay, so these B roads are like super small. And the A ones are honestly kind of tiny as well. We got big A ones, but there are pretty small A ones as well. Yeah, these aren't gonna help us. We need a bigger road. Nice town though. Very nice town. Castle over here. Very picturesque. Okay, this is good. Shrewsbury on the A49. Now, A49 will be way easier to find. Okay, found it. Or at least a part of it. So there's Shrewsbury. And actually, there's Ludlow. Okay, this is where we are. Nice. All right, I think we're right here. Excellent, very nice. Okay, Ludlow, man. So many clues, but it was so difficult to actually find where it is. Nice. And that actually wraps up our second round right here. Looking at the breakdown, man. 5k points on the first one in the Czech Republic. Very nice. Oops, I didn't mean to click on that. Second one in Italy, we just got trapped. Otherwise, I think we would have gotten it. Third one, which was in Poland, got that as well because I recognized the name of the town. Fourth one, obviously, my bad. I thought we were in Bratislava. And then the fifth one, we nailed it down. So, yeah, very nice. All right, and then let's get into the final one, ladies and gentlemen. Let's bang out the Europa Universalis 4 Great projects right here. This is in... What is this? Huh. Okay, I think I actually know where this... This should be... I think this is in Caracas. Right? Is it not? Yeah, isn't that the Venezuelan flag right there? Like the big-ass fort or whatever? Now, I want to say right here, I don't actually know what this is. Wait, what? That wasn't the same flag when I was up here. Yeah, look, they changed the flag. Well, if it's not, could it be? Could this be coastal? Could it actually be Colombia? I can't really make out the flag fully. It's just the name of the monument. What was it called, dude? Yeah, I know about it. I know I've seen it. You don't interact with it too much. Damn, that's a skyline and a half right there, man. I wish I knew what this skyline was. It looks like pretty coastal and stuff like that, too. It's fairly flat. Yeah, that's like the sea right there, isn't it? The sea is like... So, Caracas isn't coastal, though. So it's not it. Could it be like something like this? Nah, Venezuela ain't that rich for those types of buildings, bro. I think it's I think it's this. And is this the castle? It is. It is. Let's go. I know my monuments, man. I know my monuments. Okay, moving on to the second one immediately. Ooh. Ooh, okay. Okay, I think I know what this is as well. I think I know what this is as well. Now, the problem is we're kind of trapped in here. Or am I mixing it up with the other one? Shoot. So what I'm thinking is the Zimbabwe one. But could it actually be not the Zimbabwe one and instead the... Frick, I don't remember if there's monuments here. It could be... Does Mali have one? I'm just going off of EU4 for this one. Does Timbuktu have one? Or could it be... Well, where is it? It's not Bulawayo, is it? It is kind of a fort, right? Yeah, we just can't get out of here. That's the problem. Damn, what is it, though? I know it, dude. I know it. I know where it's just... I'm wondering if it's the Zimbabwe one or the one over here. You know what? I'm actually just gonna go down here, man. Let's go here. I'm not that confident, but... Okay, I was wrong. It is the Timbuktu one, isn't it? Right? Yeah, well, not really, but, you know, you get the point. Yeah. Yep. It's the Jene Aiko, right? Yeah. Yeah, it's the Jene Aiko. Yep, okay. Yeah, I just... Right, the Zimbabwean one is just the city itself, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, that's on me. It was between these two. If we went Timbuktu, obviously we would have been closer, but yeah, it's the Jene Aiko. Okay, that sucks. Moving on to the next one, we got... What is this? Oh, well, that's just the Kremlin. Well, that's just easy. That's just the Kremlin, isn't it? If we zoom in right here, that's St. Basil's Cathedral right there. So, as long as this is correct, we're standing west of it. Oh, no, okay, then the compass is wrong. The compass is wrong, because we should be standing... If that is right there next to it, we should be, like, here. Since we're looking at it, you know, to our north, then that right next to it is... No, I am looking at it from the south. Okay, so we're right there. Yeah, the compass is wrong. Okay, excellent. Another 5k. Cool. Moving on to the next one, and it's... Oh, it's Angkor Wat, isn't it? Right? Takes a while to load, but that's... I think that's Angkor Wat. It should be, right? Let's go down to Cambodia. There's Phnom Penh. Angkor is fairly close, isn't it? Okay, let me just try and find it on the map. If this is the Angkor Wat, which I think it is. It's actually not close to Phnom Penh at all. My bad. The lake, of course, but there it is. It's the other big town in Cambodia. That's how I remember it. So yeah, there's the Angkor Wat. So if we're looking at it sort of northish to us, we should be here. Okay, we were actually in it, so not 5K, but okay, it was just the Angkor Wat. We found it. And then the last one, ladies and gentlemen, is... What is this? What? This looks... Dude, I don't even know what we're looking at. This, I don't know what it is. We could say that the African one was we did. Dude, look, it's all flat. So industrial. These houses look like, honestly, Scandinavian houses to me. Some sort of power plant or something right there, but... Huh. I actually have no idea what this is. This is... What am I looking at here, dude? Is it that? It's not that. It's probably this. And it's like some fort or something, but... I have no idea what this is. This is not even a big city or a town or anything. We're coastal-ish. But I have no idea what this town is or city. This one is so strange. Okay, there's nowhere to go. We're just a photosphere, so I'm literally just gonna try and think of some like northern monuments in EU4 like this. Ooh, you know what it could be? There's actually a monument somewhere here that one of those native guys start off with. It does look kind of barren and Canadian, honestly. So... Yeah, I just don't know what it is. It's the Cree one, isn't it? Right? Yeah, but I just have no idea where it is. Okay, so this, you know, is it really even on the map? This is like this is the cutoff kind of in EU4. Yeah, this one, dude, I think it's that one. I think it's like that, yeah, native North American one, but it's somewhere over here. I have no idea. I'm trying to picture where the Cree guys start off. Honestly, I think it's somewhere over here. I may be wrong, but I'm just gonna go there. It's probably not that, but... What? What? Since when is that a monument? Well, ladies and gentlemen, on that terrible disappointment, I think it's time to end. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed this type of video. Let me know if you want to see more. Subscribe if you haven't already. I gotta go grill. That's it for me for now. See you next time.